You guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode number 10 of the Derby Career Mode Live. And to start this episode, we're currently on 14 points after 13 games. Technically, that's all you need for avoiding relegation. Obviously, you only need a point per game. Forest are the only team out of the... obviously, if they win their next game and, we lose our next two games, we could very quickly move into those relegation zones. So, definitely need to pick up some points in this episode. Obviously, we have found it quite difficult. But as I said at the end of the last episode, we have got quite a nice run now after the Liverpool game, which I'm kind of just binning off at Anfield. They're just going to probably smash us. But yeah, Burnley at home, Crystal Palace away, Stoke City at home. They're very winnable games. And also that PSV game is at home. So I'm debating later. I think because we are so far away from the end of the Premier League, I'd rather play... a first team in the PSV game and then maybe not quite as strong against Palace, just because I think we'll pick up those points anyway, and I'd rather us finish as high as possible in the Europa League, giving us the best chance for a decent draw in the knockout stages, of course. So yeah, now's the time to definitely suggest some players. As I said in the last episode, I think a striker like Jimenez is pretty much what I'm looking for. So let's go into the game at Anfield against Liverpool. Going to be very tough indeed. I'd be amazed if we get a point from this game. I'm going to put Harry Wilson in against his former club, of course. We'll go for Marriott up top as well, just for that bit of pace. I'm thinking of putting Hendrick in for like Oscar, but I think we do need that quality in the midfield. But yeah, Will Hughes with 70 defending is not bad, He does, Hendrick is a bit more defensive minded with the work rates. I think just because of the fitness as well, we'll put Hendrick in. However, Christian Bielik does actually want to play this game, and maybe something like that in the midfield, not up front, somewhere like this, that might be more beneficial. With Shunny playing the box-to-box role. Is the Liverpool team then for today's game is very strong indeed, with that false 9, of course. Alisson in goal, Piszczek and Sandro at fullback. No Trent and Robert. I think Robertson's at Arsenal. I don't know about Trent, but yeah, Piszczek and Sandro at fullback. Then Van Dijk and Gomez, Fabinho, Bentancur and Campbell. Then Firmino, Salah and Mane. If they have got the front three, of course. We've got Wilson against his former club. Bielik in the holding role just for a bit more defensive-ness. Castagne at defence was actually very good in the last episode against Genk. So I think, I don't know, some of these bigger games, I think we do need to look to play a stronger team. Firmino on the edge here with the finesse shots and into the back of the net. That's on his weaker foot from about 30 yards out, and I thought that's not going in, but it's gone in, and that's just how good Liverpool are on this game. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that's gone in, to be honest, because at that kind of distance, and I don't know what I could do about. I don't know what I could do about that. Yeah, 5 minutes in, already 1-0. Salah with the ball inside to Campbell with the shot and into the back of the net to make it 2-0. 25 minutes on the clock. Liverpool have pretty much won the game now. I've not even got past the halfway line, and that's how it should be. To be honest, I want the big teams at the top to absolutely dominate the newly promoted teams. Good tackle there from Castagne. If we can get the quick counter attack going, there's a chance to get a goal here with Harry Wilson against his former club. If he can strike the ball well into the crowd. That should be in the top left, top right, sorry. But yeah, maybe Van Dijk put him off. Chance here for Salah, and there we go, 3-0. It's not been as terrible as I thought, to be honest. I thought they'd be a lot, they have nullified me completely in the attack, but defensively we've been quite strong to only make it 3. There we go, full time against Liverpool. 3-0 loss is what it is. We were a lot better defensively than I thought we would be. We really didn't. Newball did make a number of. There's about 4 there, 5 at the end, but yeah. This Rooney miss was a little bit disappointing. Nice bit of play from Songkras, and I think Rooney should be hitting the target at least. Yeah, at least it wasn't too embarrassing. But look at that, 16 shots and a lot of possession. Bit of growth here to a couple of players then. Harry Wilson, who has been pretty poor so far, and Son Crescent growing by a rating. Thought I'd put Nubel into the training just because he is so good. If I can get him, up towards the 80 mark. Defensively, we will be a bit strong. Obviously, he did make a number of saves in that last game against Liverpool, and definitely helped out a lot. But yeah, Wilson is definitely a player. If he doesn't improve in this next month, in December, I think I'm gonna have to sell him. Like we can make good money on him, because I've never played a game with him and gone, wow, that's good from him. Bowen has good games, Yarmolenko has good games, even like Van Bergen and Jozasun. But Harry Wilson, I don't know what to do with him, honestly. He doesn't feel the pace that he is. His dribbling's not the greatest. He's only got 3-star skills. Free kicks are quite difficult to do on this game as well. That's the only little, and long shots as well. I don't see myself getting any long shots scored. And we don't get many free kicks, to be honest. We have had a bit of growth to Kasanag as well, who's only 24 to be fair. 25 now actually. Yeah, maybe playing him at right back might be the better play than Bogle defensively. I think Bogle's very good going forwards. But I just feel, obviously, with the extra bit of height and stamina, he's very good at right back, Kasanag. Into the next game then against Burnley, who are currently second bottom, I think, of the Premier League. Yeah, currently on 8 points, so this is a must-win game for us. We are at home, so got a nice home advantage. I just don't see how we cannot win this game. I'm going to put Marriott back into the first team. I just feel he's a lot better, And I don't want to force Wilson into the team by just playing him from the start. I feel it's a bit unfair on the players who are actually playing well. I think Yarmolenko has gone down in stats. I'm sure he was a 78, although I could be wrong. Yeah, it's just annoying when player he's a top goal scorer in the league, I think. He's going down in stats, which I'm not too sure why. We are going to put Kasanag into the defence just because he is, 3 ratings higher than Bogle. It makes a bit of sense. Logically, I'm going to put Son Crescent as well onto the bench for Wilson, just because he's, I'd rather play Son Crescent. I'd rather bring him on and actually have an impact on the game. It is a bit of a shame that we haven't been able to play much with Jozasun and Dwayne Holmes. I think Dwayne Holmes is one that I probably will look to move on. Brilliant player, but just not really Premier League quality, and unfortunately can't grow him in stats. It's nice to see Bird and Sibley slowly grow, but it's one of those where it's going to be very difficult for them to actually ever be useful. But yeah, we do need to win this game. It's as simple as that. Here we are then for the game against Burnley. I was tempted to put Jeff Hendrick into the team against his former club, of course, but yeah, I thought I'd just leave it with our strongest team just to give us the best chance of winning. So they've got Asale and J. Rodriguez up front, Kamano and Goodmanson out wide, Phillips and Benson in the middle, then Peterson, Lowton at fullback. Adam, that's probably why they're doing so badly, because they've got no Nick Pope, no Joe Hart. They've got Adam Legdins, the former Derby County goalkeeper, with Ryan and Tarkowski in the defence. It's a really, really poor team, to be honest. So yeah, I can see why they are down the relegation zone, and we should against Adam Legends be able to score at least 3 or 4 goals. Let's see for Burnley on the attack. It's laid off for J. Rodriguez. Good save by the keeper, but the rebound does go into the back of the net. They are very, Burnley-esque. Like, they've got big, bulky players at the back and then pacey people up front to counter-attack with. And Asale has been a bit of a thorn in the defence at the minute. Does create the chance there. I think, yeah, just the keeper just parrying it away a bit better would have been ideal. Yeah, Burnley made it 1-0. Alright, with the ball here. Chance to run into the box. Bowen does well to have a run there and into the back of the net from Jack Merritt. That run from Bowen just created the gap, just to prevent the defenders from tackling him, of course, and we have made it 1-1. Really important goal to get that quickly as well. It's good. Yeah, as you can see, Bowen just stopped the defenders from getting anywhere near Marriott, and easy goal against Legends. Chance here for Marriott to run himself into the box as well to go around the defender now with the shot. Saved by Legends, but Yarmolenko is there for the diving header to make it 2-1. It's just so annoying that EA, as soon as they get to over 30, they're like, oh, just start downgrading them. Even though, you know, they're still very good players, of course. But yeah, nice from Marriott just to drive through, again, keep appowering it straight to the attacker, and does get his 7th goal this season, same as Marriott. Chance here for Burnley to counter-attack. It's a 1v1 situation. It's flicked over the top for the attacker. It does make it 2-2. I feel like maybe playing Tomori in this kind of game would have probably been better, because yeah, he's just a lot faster and obviously would be able to keep up with this assail. Burnley on the attack here with Benson. I've got the foot in with Saliba. Gudmundsson lays it off for Cyprian on the edge. Back to Bardsley. Chance to get the ball in the middle. There's a lot of men, but chance to counter-attack as well. With Son Krasin. He has got the pace to run through the defence, hopefully. We have got numbers at the back post. Can we get the winning goal in this game? I've messed it. Chance here through. Slipped in and goal. He's absolutely run us ragged. I don't know who he is, but he's just scored 3 goals and won the game for him.
They will be signing the match ball for him afterwards.
I'm so annoyed at myself. We should be winning games like this. And we've bottled it, really. That's all I can say. And now we've got to play against PSV. I don't know who he is. I'm going to scout him now. He was ridiculous. Legends was a lot better than I thought, actually. But I can definitely see why they were in the relegation zone. They might be out now, but we were poor. And it just annoys me that Yarmolenko has been downgraded as well. Into the next game then against PSV. Hopefully we can end this episode with a win. If we do win, we do finish top of the Europa League group. So, you know, the terrible show that has been the Premier League so far. Hopefully the Europa League can redeem us a little bit. I'm hoping it does work actually when we do go to the knockout stage, because it does take a while to load. I do kind of want to go for that green kit, but at the same time that black and orange kit does look quite nice. I think we will go for that. It is a game we do need to win, of course, if we are going to advance. I think I'm going to put Van Bergen in from the start, just because he is Dutch, of course. I do kind of want to put Kasnaga into the defence, but I will put Tomori in. I don't know who out of these two, to be honest. Probably Saliba, just because he is on loan as well. I will put Scott Malone to the defence. Songcrass is useful off the bench, but then I think maybe someone like Josicine, you know, the proven impact sub might be what's best. Here we are then for the Europa League game, a game that we don't have to win, but it will make life a lot easier for us if we do win. Decided to put Josicine in from the start since it is against his former club, of course. They've got a very strong team indeed. Obviously Lozano should be at Napoli, but because of the wonderful game that is FIFA, they didn't decide to update the transfers until a month after. But yeah, they've got Zoet in goals, Svensson and Verguva at fullback, then Lucasen and Sainsbury, then Thomas and Gutierrez, Ramselaar, Malin, Bruma and Lozano. Very good team indeed, and it was actually very fun last time we did play PSV, so hopefully it's the same.
Get away from them. Malin with it.
Can't say for Malin. Shirs has got an injury here, but says he can carry on. It's gone into the box nicely, and Lozano is there to make it 1-0. It's a goal that technically shouldn't be happening, but then again they would have Bergwijn on the pitch anyway, who's just as good as Lozano, really. Yeah, Scott Malone just, I don't know, even Scott Malone I don't think would have stopped that. It's one of those, just a really, really good cross. Why are they bringing somebody on? Not too sure why they've just made a sub, but they have done it. Chance here for PSV, it slipped into Bruma, dinked into the back post. Josasune's there, but Shirs can't clear it, and I'm pressing the buttons, but nothing's happening. Good old FIFA. We have got both of our centre-backs injured as well. I literally hit that for, maybe because he is injured, I can't hit it first time or something, but I'm guessing we're going to have to settle for second place in the Europa League. Zana with the pace here, bringing it into the box. It's pulled across the face of goal, saved by the keeper. It's gone across to Bergwijn. Trying to get it clear. It's not fully clear. and it's into the back of the net. It's so difficult, I must say. I do like that it is difficult, but you know, if I make an error, the game is going to punish me. It is Ramslaw against the Rams, with the goal to make it 3-0 and kill our first place hopes. Just hoping we get a bit lucky. If we get Liverpool in that first stage knockout round, I'm going to be so annoyed. Chance in the box, it's into the near post, saved by Newball very well. Should be full time at this point, but it's not. There we go, full time. We have lost 3-0 against PSV. There's a number of things that I definitely need to look at in January. I think we need a big striker up front because, as you can see, there's no outlet. There's literally no options at the top end of the pitch, and we need a left back basically. I think Malone got man of the match there, but he was, you know, still pretty poor with the balls into the back post and stuff like that. It's okay when we got Max Lowe, but that, you know, when we got these extra games to think about, it does get a bit annoying. It's annoying when my players are just messaging me. We did get a couple of injuries in that last game, so it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we do get we get 5 million, so that's, you know, that's a nice amount of money. A couple of injuries for Tomori, 2 months injured with a broken toe, and Persia is out for 5 days. You see, they had literally, like, to me, they had the same injury. And Tomori's out for 2 months now. You know, we haven't played him in such a long time. I thought I'd just play him because the other player was a bit low on fitness. So yeah, we're going to have to have a bit of a move around. I'm thinking of maybe just putting, like, Waghorn up top in the next game or something, just as an outlet, really. Just as somebody who can, you know, he's got 80 strength. It's just somebody who can hold the ball up. Obviously, Martin's good, but hasn't really got any pace at all. At 34, I just don't know what we can really do. So I think we're going to end off this episode here. It's not been the most productive at all. I was expecting us to get wins, at least in one of these 3 games. Wasn't expecting anything in the Liverpool game, but Burnley, so annoying that we lost in the last minute and got trounced by PSV. So we should have the next round, which is currently to be decided. So we'll have to wait and see, I think, in the next episode to find out who we do have. But at least it's not in January. You know, we've got till February to, you know, just concentrate on the Premier League now. In these next few games, we can, if we can get a couple of wins here against Palace and Stoke and Southampton and Stoke again, then I'll be happy. I'm thinking as well of going back to the original formation, because I'm not too sure if this one's really working. It's not really doing anything differently than what this one did. So yeah, I think we'll go back to this. And that way, we're just a little bit more spread out in terms of going forwards. We can create a bit more. But Persius is going to have to miss the next games. Bielik's going to have to slot in. And probably Curtis Davis on the bench. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like rating if you did enjoy it. I like to make these career modes realistic, and I'd say it's quite realistic at the minute. You know, we've gone through in the Europa League, but not top. You think about the other teams, Genk and Craiova, like, realistically we're better than them. Currently a -9 goal difference, so not the worst when you think about, you know, the other teams. Like, we scored 30 goals. Where would that put us? We scored 3rd most goals in the league for a team, but it's clearly defensively where we need to just improve. I think we need to buy solid defenders, really, because at the minute it's a very young back line. You know, there's no experience and there's no real quality. Like, they're all, you know, 76, 75, so Newball is helping out a lot, but I think just putting Kasanag into the defence just makes a lot more sense. And it is a bit of a shame for Bogle. He can still grow, but I just think for the time being we just need to shore up our defence somehow and just stop goals from leaking. Basically, that's the main thing to do. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like rating if you did enjoy, and see you soon. Bye.